Houston, who disassembled a Johnny 5? Oh, blimey, I said reassemble, not disassemble. Ooh, well, Johnny 5 has a problem, or should I say, the VAX, cordless lift vacuum cleaner. Now, it's actually quite a good vacuum cleaner, except it's not at the moment, and it's a 20-volt cordless vacuum cleaner, and the brush mechanism, the spinny brush, doesn't turn. It's not the belt. I've established it's not the motor, which I can prove. Right, I thought it'll be the motor. That's my first port of call. So I went to have a look. Got some power, and see what's going on, and drop things on the floor, like so. It's still attached. They're soldered on wires. So what I'm going to do is just clip that one onto there, one side of the motor, then clip that on the other side. I ain't done the full 20 volts, but I've got 14 volts there to go through it, just to test it. I hope it's going to work now. I hope I haven't broken it. Got to find it. Get my what? I've got to get it in. I've got to get it in. Oh, there you go. If you hear that. Got all the insulation over it there. Yeah, let's see if we can get that in there a bit better than that. Ooh. So that is running. Okay. Alright, so it's not the motor. I've also checked this micro switch, and this is closed in the open position. I've also checked to see whether or not there's any power going to the motor, and there's not. So I did that with the meter. That I did. So all I also checked on both sides of the switch, just in case it's got something to do with the switch, which it hasn't. So we haven't got no power coming through this wire, which comes from the top of the vacuum to feed the motor. Now I did run some WD, well actually no, it's oil actually, very thin oil, machine oil into all these little nooks and crannies, because it had a bit of rust, because of where we stored it. I was in a damp place, and obviously doesn't like it. But that's not why it's not working. The reason why it's stored is why, the reason is because it wasn't working before. It just stopped. And also it has a few issues, which I want to try and iron out with this particular VAX airlift cordless vacuum. One of them is it leaks. So what happens is it's all the little rubber gaskets that's supposed to create an airtight seal. They go hard and they go brittle. So you have to replace them. So that's another job I'm probably going to have to do. So let's move this motory bit out of the way first. We don't need that for the moment. We know the motor works. So it's not the motor, is it? So we haven't got power. Now, I'll start taking some of the screws out. As you can probably tell, one's going to... Oh, it is. I mean, putting them in my little magnetic dish. As you can see, all of them have got a bit rusty as well. So while it's in the dish, I'll just whack a bit of oil on just so it can soak in. Right. So I need to establish. So I'll get rid of this bit for the moment, maybe. Get that out of my way. Do I have a screwdriver? Not that one. Oh, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. It peaked then. Why did that peak? Hello, that's right. Yeah, don't be so careful. You know, when you use the microphones, try and keep your voice at the same level. And I'm quite sort of like, I do a bit of modulation. Oh, now I'm undoing the wrong screws. Oh, crikey. Oh, below me. Some others do have them. That they do. Get back in there, you. Don't need to undo that one, I don't think. I might do. We'll see. These two here. Get this hose out of my way. Which you can see, I've put extra fitting on it. Because it was tugging on one side of the fitting, and it split the hose. So I thought, oh no, I'll stick a bit of pipe on it. So yeah, it's just a bit of bad design. You find these things out, don't you? After you buy them. So let's move the hose out of the way. Let's have something else. I'm going to shove in some water and clean inside. When anything's dirty like this, you know, it causes problems. I've actually washed all these bits so far. I'll put everything back together. I forgot to take a picture. Never mind. I'll work it out. Usually do. So we need to establish what's going on here. Alright, so to do that I need to try and get into it. Oh, hang on, it's a split. That's a split case, that one. What I mean is there's two halves. Okay, if that's the case, it might be easier than I thought. So we need to grab a screwdriver and just try and put the clips up. Nice, look bloody good. What have we got here? That's it. That's better. Yeah, that's it. So I've got to remove that one on there. And I've got one on there. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get to that one. Blimey. I've took 2 screws out of the top here. For this part. Which appears to be just this bit here. There's a screw behind that? Oh, there might be actually. I think there's a sneaky screw behind there. So I'm using my phone tools, a splodger, and see whether I can get behind it. There's a screw in there. How I know this, like it looks like on the inside that there's like a little plastic bit, which you'd expect a screw to be. And yeah, I can see you, Sebastian. Got my dog here. Come on in. Look. So let's get into that. I don't know if it's the right screw. I haven't watched any videos on how to take this apart. So it's a bit of a learning curve, it is. Yeah. Probably isn't working. Might have to break it off. I ain't a very good splodger. Look, it bent. Anvil over there. I'll flatten off a anvil. Get a screwdriver instead, so we can get behind it with that. Little really mangles everything up, doesn't it? I'm fairly certain there's a. Oh, hang on here a minute. So there's a screw behind there, which will then remove this top section here. So it's got to come off. It's got to get mangled. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, hang on. I'll just try and. I've got a drill here. Got a drill. I'm just going to have to drop it. Which was just. Oh, bugger. It's just. I'm going to have to mangle it. I don't really want to mangle it, but. There you go. There you go. Yeah. That's off. Yep, there's a screw there. Ooh, those cheeky sods! Hiding the screws. Just there, look. I'll get that in there. Oh, a bunch of cheeky devils they are. You're sneaky. Right. That one there. Aha! Does that come straight off now? Or is there another sneaky screw? Probably these 2 screws there got to come off. No, they're already off. Those 2 are. What's going on there? I don't break anything, for obvious reasons. Why is that not coming off? So that goes there. I'm assuming there's no screw behind this. And this should come off. I think there's no screw in there. In the middle there, underneath it. I might be wrong. I've got a sneaky suspicion there is. How do we get this off then? That clearly goes around that all the way around, right? Ah, there you go. It snaps in. Yes, it snaps in. That's good. Oh, I've got a spring. Don't lose your spring, Zebedee. Alright, is there any more screws? There is! I found the mysterious screw. It's in here, just there. And hopefully the top will come off. I've got all this shit just to get to the bloody switch. They don't want you to fix them, do they? They want you to send them in to be repaired or buy a new one. That's what they want. Cheeky fellas. Oh, we got to go on there. Oh, Christ, feels like there's another one somewhere. Ah. Aha. So that clip pulls away just there. And then remember it's attached to wires, so it's not going to come off away that easy. Unless I can. Where did these go? I feel like I'm just like pulling one wire, then the next wire, then the next wire, then the next. Oh, I see. So these two, they must connect to there. There's a metal contacts there. That's how it connects to the body. How can we make it so I get a bit more free space? Get rid of that. So that's the brush roll switch there. And that one there is the on off. Well, that's got a motor in the top. It's not a big motor considering. Okay, so that one here is the problem switch. So I should, there's two screws holding that switch on. So if I remove that, that's just an on off. So it shouldn't really matter what way around these spade connectors go. Tell you what, let's put on the overhead camera so you can see a bit better. I just knocked all the screwdrivers over. Oh, come here, you lazy person. Oh, sort of it, not too much of it, you know. Right, so that is the switch there. Well, that's the cover for the switch. So I'll remove that spade connector here, which is the neutral. I need to establish if the switch is gone. I can do it while it's still in. I won't take the switch out until I can establish it's on. Because it might be something on the board that's gone wrong. If it is, I don't know what we're going to do then. So I want to see whether or not that one and that one. We want ohms. Mr. Ohms we want. Well, on ohms it should be. There you go. Oh, so it's not switch. Let me show you. If you watch the meter here, the light will come on the top of the meter. That means there's continuity through the switch. Not the switch. It could just be a break in the cable, you know. Or it could be a bad connection on here. Hang on, let's put that back on again. What's happening? Well, that's not enough volts to do much at all, is it? It's not very helpful. Oh, hang on. I took the bloody spade connectors off, didn't I? Let's put them back on again. Oh, you nunty. We pressed the button, and I took the connectors off. So, Yeah, we know the switch works. Let's try again. What an idiot. Oh well. So, like I said, some mothers do have them. That they do. Ah! After all that, it's not the switch. Do you see the volts? The volts went about 16 odd volts, which is enough to run that motor. Plenty enough. So I run on 12 volts. So the problem is, I don't know if you can see that on there, there's a bit of verdigris. Let me show you on overhead camera. I've already cleaned a little bit of off, but they had verdigris on it. You know, like gone green. So on here, there's two contacts there. Can you see? Can't really see it now. I cleaned some off. There's a bit of verdigris there still, but that was all green on there. I wonder what the other contacts are like. Yeah, verdigris on there as well. Can you see that on there? There's verdigris on it. So basically, it's oxidised and just created this. Minimised everything. There you go. It's basically oxidised, and then so if I clean this up, I should be able to test it, shouldn't I? If I put back, just clean those contacts up. Oh, is it all it was? I knew I'd take it apart anyway to get it all clean. That's my excuse. It's all. It looks like all it was a bit of dirt. Bad, you know, a dirty connection. There's jam, another sweet. Right, get back onto the other camera on. Oh, yeah. I need a stream deck in there. Oh, yeah. There's a little push button thing so you can like, swap the cameras about. Well, I've got that. Got my glue. I've got some of the spray. So let's give it a bit of a clean. Okay, it's dirty. Very dirty it is. Yeah. Oh, she's a dirty one, she is. Yes. Look at Moya. It's always good just to check. Got a little loop. Still some on there. God, just tiny. Look, it's actually removed some of the chromium plating as well. I'll keep pressing buttons. It's actually removed some of the chromium plating, so let's move that off there. So, yes, you know what you could do on that? You could actually just give it put a bit of solder on there. The only problem is you'd end up melting the case while you do it. It'll get too hot. You'd need a hard iron to do that. It's definitely better. So let's make sure those ones are clean and see if we can sort of like temporarily sort of mate them together and see what happens. Well, it was. I didn't even realise there was a connection like that. Well, it's got wet and that. Look at that there. So I'm going to take all the bits. That'll be another video. Right, so should we just temporarily try and put it back together and see if we can get that motor to spin. Hopefully it doesn't run away. Right, so there are the contacts there. So that must go in there like that. Yeah, that's on there. I think that's probably there. There, that'll be it. That is married up. So, if that's the case, that should spin if it's okay. This one's the motor. This is the... Yay! Hey, look! Well, that's an easy fix. Just had to clean the contacts. So the moral of the story is don't allow it to get shitty. If your brush stops working, the most likely problem is going to be the contacts between those two flat surfaces there and these two little springy ones on the back here. Oh well, we established the fault. It's a bit of a big dabble there, really. But anyway, we've established the fault. So next stage, I suppose, is going to be putting it back together. But that'll be another video because this one's already too long. Anyway, toodaloo. I'm useless, aren't I?